So if you're seeing this, chances are you purchased some love work from me, some love spell of some kind. And I'm sort of making this announcement because I see this time and time again with clients, and I just want to save us all some time and us all some despair, okay? And just be really honest. If I tell you not to contact the target, that means you cannot blow up their phone. You cannot be texting, calling, showing up at their place, showing up at their workplace. You cannot be doing that. Stalker energy, which is what that is working against the work, okay? I hate to be so blunt, but I have to be, okay? If you are clingy, if you are chasing, if you are constantly up in their business when this person is pulling away from you, you are working against the spell. The spell is there to help attract them back to you, okay? So you need to be in a receptive state. You need to be in some self-control. Chances are, I've also given you some tools to do that. Now, it's not a one and done. Most of the time when I give you instructions like that, and I'm sorry if I didn't clarify, I will for those of you that I feel I haven't, you need to do it daily. Instead of calling them, instead of begging them, instead of being up in their face, you need to do that spell. You do that ritual, that exercise, right? Because that is going to help you maintain your energy so that you can attract them back. You cannot be giving your energy to this desperate feeling and this desperate cycle that got you into this mess in the first place. If we're doing magic around something, we are trying to change something. You cannot keep doing the same thing. I don't want to hear every other day that you had a long phone call with them. I don't want to hear every other day that you were texting them and they didn't text you back. I don't want to hear that, okay? I want you doing the work that I gave you to do. I want you to be patient. Give it the time that I told you it needs to take. And I will check in with you, okay? I always check in with my clients. Even if someone just got a reading with me, usually I check in with them. If it's a deity reading, something deep like that. If it's a spell, I always check in with it around 2 weeks, okay? 2 weeks, 30 days max. If I tell you it's going to take a full 30 days, and it's not even been 48 hours after I finished the spell and you're already working against it, you're telling yourself, you're telling the spirits, you're telling me, and you're telling the spell that you do not trust it, that you do not trust in love, that you don't trust in your relationship, that you don't even trust the partner you're trying to attract, and that you don't trust in magic, and you don't trust in your own money that you paid for with this magic. If you want to be scammed, there's plenty of places to go, okay? I'm not here to scam you. That's why I try to do these things in as few spells as possible, because if I wanted to, I could take this desperate energy and I could milk it for all it's worth and make myself a pretty penny. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that, mainly because I do not like the energy of desperation around me. I don't think it's helpful to anyone. It's certainly not helpful to the work you're asking me to do. I want my spell to work for you. So, none of this desperate stuff, none of this blowing up their phone, none of this stalker energy, okay? You need to trust in it working, or do not purchase it from me. You want to get scammed? There's plenty of people on Fiverr, there's plenty of people on TikTok, there's plenty of people all over Facebook to scam you. But you asked me to do it, which means it's going to work if you let it work. All right? I believe in it, or I wouldn't have done it. I believe in it, or I would not have done it. I turn down more work than I take on, okay? So if you've had a consultation with me and we've gone through all those processes, and if you were dishonest with me, I usually can sense it. I can sense when you've had work, you've asked other witches to do work, okay? And that means I also have to clear that away in order to do work properly for you. And I usually build that in anyway. I don't bring it up because I know it's embarrassing. And I'm not here to embarrass anyone. I want you to feel empowered, and I want you to be happy. Sometimes stuff doesn't work out. Sometimes it doesn't work out, despite our best efforts. But I want us to have our best efforts, and that includes you, okay? So if I tell you to give that person space, you have to give them space. If they call you, okay? If they call you, then you do not answer it on the first ring, okay? Do not answer it on the third ring. Let it go to voicemail. Give it an hour. Do the exercise I gave you to do before you call them back in that hour. Call them back. You'll have a more calm, centered way of talking to them, and be open to listening to them, okay? Because I'm not a relationship counselor. I cannot be there with you through every twist and turn in your relationship. What I can do is bless your relationship with magic, but you have to accept that magic, and you have to do the work in your relationship, okay? That requires an element of trust to me, to yourself, and to this person that you want to love you, okay? Trust that energy. Trust the energy of love. You have to vibrate at love, not desperation, not control. And I know a lot of you want control. Here's the thing, here's the trick. You're not going to get any control if you have no control over yourself. Okay? So chances are the exercises I've given you are to help you control your own emotions, center your energy, and be in a place of receptivity for that magic. Okay? So that's all you have to do. I know you want to do more. I know you really want it to work as fast as possible. If that's the case, then you need to trust my instructions, okay? And I don't need a play-by-play at every little thing. All this does is create doubt in you and create doubt in me. What you need to do, if something feels significant, write it down. Save it for our next talk, okay? Write down everything that's happening, journal it, and do the exercise I gave you. If you do talk to the person, okay, you need to be calm. You cannot be desperate. You cannot be begging them. You cannot be trying to persuade them. They have to feel they've made this decision on their own, or they're going to resist it themselves. Okay? You have to be centered. You have to be calm. And that is why I've given you the tools to do that. I am not a psychologist. I am not a marriage counselor. I am a witch. I'm a tarot reader. I'm a spiritual advisor. But I am not in your relationship with you. That would be very unhealthy, and it would be very counterproductive to what you want anyway, okay? So, please, I want it to work for you. I would not have taken the work if I thought it was impossible. I hope that you're not paying for work you think is impossible. Okay? So, I'm probably sending this to some of you with some follow-up emails. I'm not saying it to be harsh, okay? I'm saying it because I care and because I want it to work for you. Please take care of yourselves. Make sure you're eating, make sure you're sleeping, make sure that you are, still maintaining how you take care of yourself with cleanliness, with love, and do things you enjoy and attract, okay? We can do this. Lock in.